up, guys? This is what is this, chapter 4, I believe, of L4D2 Absolute Zero. Pretty sure that's what it is. This is the only chapter that is kind of probably harder than it was for me and I did in chapter 2. I got to a certain area and it kicked my butt. So I got a couple recommendations for this map pack that if you do it, a little bit of tips, I guess, is what I'm going to do for this movie, because I've done this gameplay beforehand. I wanted to commentate over it without getting distracted about, what's going on in game. Number 1, be sure to bring friends. These maps are so huge, and there's so many zombies that you need at least 2 of you. That way you can kind of heal each other and not really rely on the AI. Weapon selection in every one of the maps seem to be few and far between. If not, usually at the first you get kind of a choice of what weapon you want. Do not, and I repeat, do not pick a shotgun. Every shotgun I have come across in every chapter so far, there's still one more, because he's working on the 6th one. But every chapter so far has had the pump shotguns and Uzis. Of course, melee is totally up to you if you want to go that route. That's completely your choice. This is the only part of the map that I found boring. I have to push the bomb and the cart behind me, and there's like no action here for like a minute and a half. But I'll keep talking to you. It's just to blow open a door. It's kind of retarded. Anyways. I noticed also that there's a lot of adrenaline pills. There's a lot of adrenaline shots rather, and a lot of pills. Very few health packs on any of the levels. There's like that halfway point usually. I don't know if I made it halfway on this one or not, because you'll see once we get to that part that I just got mauled. But there's always like in the beginning, and it feels like halfway because these maps are so big. So I'm guessing somewhere around the halfway point is health packs. The way the hordes work on this, you're almost best trying to stay behind or right at AI if you're playing by yourself. But if you're playing with another team member, or if you got all 4 players, your best bet is to have, like if there's 2 of you, one way, one the other. If it's all 4, 2 one way, 2 the other. And kind of just watch each other's back, because I noticed, especially in this chapter here and later on, the hordes are not too overbearing until you get to a certain part, and then it just becomes all out chaos. There's so many tanks, winches, spitters, hunters, and jockeys. It makes it almost impossible to survive the one part. Sorry, I had to give me a drink. But, and another thing is, with this chapter especially, you gotta watch your step. Once I get to a certain part, you're going to start seeing that there's a lot of witches, and I do mean a lot. There'll be one, and then there'll be, you walk a few steps, there'll be 2 more, then you walk a little ways, and there'll be another one. And I mean, it's just 1, then 1, 2, 1, then 1, 2. There were so many witches in this chapter that once you make it to a certain point, unless you're in a dark area, I suggest you turn your flashlight off, because you're just going to continuously get mugged. Because they're just everywhere. I don't know if he set it up. See, there's one. See, I turn off my flashlight. She's all over to my left. you progress from this point right here on, the witches just get a little bit more heavier as you go through. And it seems like, you know, a little bit when we're in the horde area, in the canyon, that it gives you more and more of a chance to run into a witch. I don't know if he designed it to make it that hard. I really don't know. But as far as if I had to rate this map pack, I would give it a 9 out of 10. It's playable, but there's not a huge gun selection like I would like, especially in the beginning of each chapter, because if you remember in the ends of the last one, I picked up an Uzi. Well, in that same room, they wasn't nothing but the shotgun that I have now. See, I point out 2 witches right here. One there, and one there. So that's 3 witches within 100 feet of each other. There's going to be another one up here. Anyways, I wish there was more of a gun selection in the beginning of the chapter. You know, the rest of the story, you can spread them out, you know, kind of like he has them here, but give me a decent selection in the beginning. That way, I can at least get. There's another witch right there in front of me. Let me get a drink. Hang on. Oh yeah. I shoot her just to show you there is a witch there. But the graphics are actually really, really good compared to other custom maps. A lot of custom maps tend to not use a whole lot of structures or color. They tend to stick that if they do use structures, you're inside them. You hardly ever get to see the outside of them. Everything's one color, just a lot of writings on the wall. Stuff like that. With this one, there was a lot of color back there in those rooms. There'll be a lot of color up here in this one room that I accidentally go the wrong way. Here's another witch right up here, by the way. And the color balance is actually really well done. It ain't just bland gray all the time. You got whites, you got greens, you got blacks, you got purples. I mean, the color variant is awesome. The smooth playability is great. Just the hordes and the weapons are the only problem about this whole entire map pack, besides the fact that you gotta download 2 different packs to be able to play this. There's the main set, which are the maps, and the assets, which are the graphics. If you ever go and download map packs, when you download episode 0 and you scroll down, you'll see the assets map pack in the same pack. There's another witch right up here again. Notice that I'm saying that more and more and more and more and more. I told you there's so many witches in this. But other than that, from what I've read in the forums, it took this guy a couple of years to make this map, which I can understand why, because these maps are huge. I think the smallest one was the last chapter that we played. Otherwise, this one I don't know. I don't make it. I don't even know if I made it halfway. Cause I never did see no safe house symbol that uses the all I seen was arrows. So I don't even know if it was halfway. I don't know, you watch and tell me, because here in a little bit I just get tromped. So you can watch it and you can tell me if you've played this map pack before. Maybe you can give me some hints on, because a lot of time when I play this, it's 8, 9 o'clock in the morning for me, and everybody else is either busy or it's like too early for them. This is the way I do things. I either play really, really early or I play really, really late. That's even, you know, right now I'm on the Xbox, I'm playing Borderlands 2, but I play early in the morning or late at night. I hardly ever, you know, like midday, I'm either watching YouTube or uploading. that's pretty much. Here's another witch right up here. Excuse me. But I'm hoping for the last chapter. Because chapter 6 is still under construction. He has not completed it yet. So I'm hoping the last chapter it's going to be a special one. I'm not going to give you too much detail because I do want it to be a really special episode because it's going to be the last one. Will I work with other Left 4 Dead 2 maps? It is very possible because I like this game. I really, really do like this game. It's just Left 4 Dead. It's kind of hard to find map packs that haven't been played. You know, Absolute Zero was a complete luck pull. Not many people have played it, and not a whole lot of people have posted it. So I'm trying to find the ones that haven't been posted a billion times. I want fresh, I want new, which they are still some maps on there. There's probably a handful of maps that nobody even touched. Here's another witch right up here. I'm pointing that out because it's just ridiculous on how many witches there are. Yeah, she just took down everyone. Sucks. Stupid Lewis got me almost killed. No, I do not die right here. Even though I come really, really close, this is not where I die. This ain't the worst part of it. That was just a... For this map, that was a normal ford. Right there, you know, getting covered. That was a normal ford right there. But I think it's this next little part that it just gets ridiculous. So, what I want to do is I want to ask you, is there a map that you've played that's your favorite, or is there a new map out there that you kind of want to see before you try kind of thing? Because if there is, I will be more than willing. Just tell me the name of the map. I'll look it up. If I can find it, I'll play it for you. That way you have an idea of what to expect or what the map looks like. Or if there's a favorite map that you want to see, I can do that too. See, there's the arrow. That's hard to see. I think it's right up here is where I get stuck. I'm pretty sure this is right before I get mauled, which I think it is. You'll see, it gets retarded right here because, yeah, watch this. It's saying run, so I was like, okay, I'll just run up the hallway. That was the worst mistake I ever made. Tank in front of me. That's one tank. Watch it turn around. Spitter. 2 tanks. And this small little horde comes out of nowhere. That's it. Done. There's no way you can make it through that little bitty hall with 2 tanks. If I had, see, I had never played this, so if I had known that was there, I wouldn't even bother with it. I would have skipped around it. I would at least brought them out to where I can control it. But whatever. What can you do? But anyways, guys, thanks for watching so far. Get ready for the next one, and peace out.